Good evening. We are students of UNAT University, and today we will talk about our micro teaching during this phase and the comments we receive applying the strategy collaborative work. First, let's define what is a support group of teachers, which, according to Richards and Farrell, a teacher support group can be defined as two or more teachers collaborating to achieve either the individual or shared goals or both, on the assumption that working with a group is usually more effective than working on one own. Typically, a support group will involve a group of teachers meeting to discuss goals, concerns, problems, and experience. Okay, let's start talking about Lina's micro teaching. I observed the micro teachings, Lina. Okay, in the first part of her class, the teacher managed to catch the attention of the students. She explains the topic and makes them interested in the video. In the second part, the teachers gets the students involved, familiarizing all concepts with the subject, the colors. Correct then will giving different examples to make the topic clear. I think that the presentation could be done in a different way, although the topic of colors is very simple, but we face students who may not understand as easily with a video as class presentation. I think that it can improve the way of expressing your ideas. Also, I think that at times I try to say what was translated in her mind, and I make grammatically mistakes. Well, small mistakes, but they can be correct. Okay, we will continue to talk about Carolina's micro teaching.
Okay, I speak of micro teaching of Carolina. When you observe your video, I emphasize that your explanation is organized and clear. This facilitates the understanding of the student, and you also rely on the adequate example according to the educational level the student and their knowledge of the language. Also highlight the tone of voice you during class because it allows everyone present to listen and help to capture student attention. The failures identified in your video are by related to the pronunciation and fluidity and to the management of the nerve as a result of the lack of the experience, but I know that you can improve them if you continue to prepare. Continue, Lina.
Okay. Um, Sorry. Yeah. Bueno, my contribution is to my colleague Carolina. She talked about the topic zero conditional. Uh, in the first place, I want to congratulate her because his preparation and command of the topic are evident, and I would like to offer a few observations for you, Carolina. The presentation of the lesson purpose was appropriate, however, connected it with students' prior knowledge could enhance understanding. The lesson space is adequate and a clear overview is provided at the beginning. Additionally, clarifying connections with future lessons could help spark interest and facilitate the learning of upcoming topics. Other contribution for your work is that the intonation that you demonstrated was appropriate and the information about unfamiliar terms was suitable, along with explanations for complex points. However, there was a slight lack of flexibility in the class. Um, this thing which made it feel a bit right or rigid and incorporated more fun elements could enhance the experience. Other aspect is that the pace of the lesson was appropriated with clarification provided throughout various moments. Students were allowed to participate. The constant exchange of questions and answers helped to provide greater clarity on the topic being present. Other aspect to teaching is that you present various well-designed materials with clear learning objectives for the class. It would be advisable to use maybe digital resource due to the ease of combining content of this medium. Additionally, incorporating games in the classroom is a great tool that could have been implemented to deliver the lesson in a more motivational and engaging manner. These were my contribution to the teaching of my partner Carolina.
Okay, we will continue to talk about Carmen microteaching.
Okay, well, in Carmen's microteaching, I saw the following aspect to qualify. One, teacher skills and skills. There is a little more interaction with the students, since it could be noted that the only write and something asked the student something. The tone of voice is very low to the research and small group. I suppose it must be due to nerves and the lack of experience that the teacher has in practice. Two, planning methods and teaching strategies. The didactic method used were the best, but there was an attempt to carry out the activity with the students effectively. It was noticed that the young people learning about the topic. Three, methods and techniques for teaching. The teaching method that the teacher used was direct, since she emphasized on a topic that the supporting teaching of the educational institution was already working with the students, so it was a little easier to carry out the activity. For diversity in classroom organization, the classroom was very started at the beginning of the class, and I think this was because they had not yet given the topic, and there are some students who are pretty breathless. Five, interaction and positive attitudes. The attitude of the teacher was very professional and appropriate to the group, with which she worried, but it is important to clarify that there were almost no question from the teacher. Do this student little interaction, and this is something important for the children to concentrate and feel interest in the class. Okay. Six, high expectation of all these students. Not only students were able to understand the topic, and this causes them to lose interest in learning English over time. Okay, this is my interview.
Okay, thank you, Jose. We will continue to talk about Angie's microteaching. Carolina.
Hello. I'm going to talk about micro-teaching Angie. When I saw the Angie's video, in my opinion, was interesting because she used an interesting topic was the past simple with the children of their school. In my opinion, the student all the time they were concentrated in the activity about a contemporary game is about Among Us. Yes, it's an interesting game for the children because it's an actual video or a game for them. It's important that a good interaction and participation in this activity. Congrats, Angie. Your topic was prepared, was interesting, and I saw in your video a good interpretation. You explained then good, so well about this topic. Is important the development in this activity.
Okay, thank you. And I will continue to talk about Jose micro teaching. Well, I think the topic Jose gave in his class is a topic of great interest to the students because learning not only to speak English but also to have good pronunciation, accent, of ATC is important. Um, I don't know the context, sorry, in which Jose gave the class, but I think she could give more examples. Um, Also, in deep study of the subject, maybe explain in a dynamic way. But I stress the easy with which he has to explain the topic in a simple way with a only example. Um, I consider there are small errors in the pronunciation of the vocalization with the syllabic stress, but it is a minor one. Um, I think the purpose of the class is clear, and so is a teaching purpose is also clear. Okay, let's continue with the conclusion about the micro teachings and the strategy with collaborative work.
Okay. In conclusion, collaborative work has like everything is advantages and disadvantages. Advantage, generating better ideas and contribution in the collaborative group, developing skills, supporting each other of different topics, and giving deadlines. About the disadvantages, in my opinion and yours, is time and the schedules for time or my academic or work related.
Okay, thank you so much. Was our collaborative work video about the micro teachings. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Ahí ya le das en terminar grabación.